Hey everybody, Curtis here. Welcome to InformedTouristA.I, and let's be honest, you're watching this because you're dreaming of a white Christmas. Or maybe you just really hate the sun. Either way, you've come to the right place. We're talking top 10 winter destinations, the kind of places that'll make you say, take my money and hand me a pair of thermal underwear. We'll be jet-setting, virtually of course, to some of the most incredible winter wonderlands on Earth, from the slopes of Aspen to the northern lights of Iceland. Alright, let's dive in. First up, we're headed to Aspen, Colorado, a place where the powder is deep, the après-ski is even deeper, and the only thing taller than the mountains is the price of a cup of coffee. Aspen is a skier's paradise, known for its challenging slopes, world-class instructors, and breathtaking scenery. Picture yourself gliding down a mountain, surrounded by snow-covered pines with the crisp mountain air stinging your face. But Aspen isn't just for skiers and snowboarders. You can also enjoy snowshoeing, ice skating, or simply cozying up by the fireplace with a good book and a hot toddy. And if you're feeling really adventurous, you can always try to spot a celebrity or two. Stay tuned, because later in the video, I'm going to reveal a little secret about Aspen that even the locals don't want you to know. Next stop, we're crossing the border into Canada, to a place where the mountains are majestic, the lakes are crystal clear, and the moose always have right-of-way. I'm talking about Banff National Park, one of the most stunning natural wonders in the world. Banff is a winter wonderland straight out of a postcard, with snow-capped peaks, frozen waterfalls, and forests that look like they're dusted with powdered sugar. You can explore the park on foot, on skis, or even on a dog sledding adventure. And speaking of breathtaking views, make sure you take a ride on the Banff Gondola. The panoramic views from the top are absolutely unforgettable. You'll see the entire Bow Valley spread out before you, and you might even catch a glimpse of some local wildlife. Don't forget, at the end of the video, I'm sharing my secret tips for planning the ultimate winter getaway. Get ready to bundle up, because we're heading north, way north, to Reykjavik, Iceland. This Nordic wonderland is a land of fire and ice, where glaciers meet volcanoes, and the northern lights dance across the sky like a celestial disco party. Reykjavik is a city that's full of surprises. It's known for its colorful buildings, its vibrant nightlife, and its surprisingly delicious hot dogs. But the real reason to visit Reykjavik in winter is to witness the northern lights. This natural phenomenon is a truly awe-inspiring sight. Just imagine yourself standing under a blanket of stars, watching as ribbons of green, purple, and pink light shimmer and swirl above you. And while you're in Reykjavik, make sure you also check out the Blue Lagoon, a geothermal spa where you can soak in the warm, mineral-rich waters while surrounded by snow and ice. Stay tuned, because later in the video, I'm going to reveal my secret weapon for staying warm and stylish on your winter adventures. Chapter 4: Zermatt, Switzerland, home of the Matterhorn, and the most photogenic cheese you'll ever meet. Next stop, we're off to Zermatt, Switzerland, a charming village nestled at the foot of the iconic Matterhorn. This place is straight out of a fairy tale, with cobblestone streets, horse-drawn carriages, and more chocolate shops than you can shake a ski pole at. Zermatt is a car-free village which adds to its peaceful and picturesque atmosphere. The only way to get around is on foot, by bike, or by electric taxi. Of course, the main attraction in Zermatt is the Matterhorn, one of the most recognizable mountains in the world. You can admire its jagged peak from afar, or you can take a cable car up to the top for breathtaking views of the surrounding Alps. But Zermatt isn't just about mountains and chocolate. It's also home to some of the best skiing and snowboarding in the world. With over 360 kilometers of pistes, there's something for everyone, from beginners to seasoned pros. Don't forget, at the end of the video, I'm sharing my secret packing list for your next winter adventure. Chapter 5: Tromsø, Norway, chasing the midnight sun, and maybe a polar bear or two. Hold on to your hats, because we're heading north of the Arctic Circle to Tromsø, Norway, a city known as the gateway to the Arctic. Here you can experience the magic of the polar night when the sun doesn't rise above the horizon for weeks at a time. In fact, the polar night in Tromsø is a time of celebration, with festivals, concerts, and even a marathon run entirely in the dark. And the best part? The lack of daylight means you have even more opportunities to witness the northern lights. Tromsø is one of the best places in the world to see this celestial spectacle. And if you're feeling really adventurous, you can even go on a dog sledding or a snowmobiling excursion into the wilderness. Who knows, you might even spot a polar bear or two. Stay tuned, because later in the video, I'm going to reveal my secret weapon for capturing the perfect northern lights photo. Chapter 6: Prague, Czech Republic, a fairy tale Christmas market with a side of history. Next up, we're trading in our parkas for peacoats and heading to Prague, Czech Republic, a city that's beautiful any time of year, but especially magical in winter. Prague is a city steeped in history and culture, with stunning architecture, delicious food, and a certain je ne sais quoi that's hard to put your finger on. During the winter months, Prague transforms into a fairy tale Christmas market, with twinkling lights, festive music, and the aroma of roasted chestnuts filling the air. You can wander through the stalls, sipping on hot mulled wine and browsing for unique gifts for everyone on your list. And while you're in Prague, make sure you visit some of its iconic landmarks like the Charles Bridge, Prague Castle, and the Old Town Square. These places are even more breathtaking when they're dusted with snow. Just try not to get lost in the maze of cobblestone streets. Don't forget, at the end of the video, I'm sharing my secret tips for finding the best deals on flights and accommodations for your winter getaway. Get ready for something completely different because we're traveling to Nagano, Japan, a land of ancient traditions, stunning natural beauty, and monkeys who love hot springs. In Nagano, you can visit the Jigokudani Monkey Park, where you can watch wild Japanese macaques, also known as snow monkeys, bathe in natural hot springs. But Nagano isn't just about monkeys taking baths. It's also a popular destination for skiing and snowboarding, with world-class resorts like Hakuba Valley, which hosted the 1998 Winter Olympics. And if you're not into hitting the slopes, you can always relax in one of Nagano's many onsen, or traditional Japanese hot springs. Just imagine yourself soaking in steaming hot water surrounded by snow-covered mountains, sipping on green tea and feeling all your worries melt away. And while you're in Nagano, make sure you sample some of the local cuisine like soba noodles, oyaki dumplings, and of course sake. Stay tuned because later in the video, I'm going to reveal my secret tips for experiencing Japanese culture like a local. You'll be saying konnichiwa and arigato like a pro. Prepare to be serenaded because we're waltzing our way to Salzburg, Austria, the birthplace of Mozart and the setting for the beloved musical The Sound of Music. Salzburg is a city that's bursting with charm, history, and music. You can practically hear the hills alive with the sound of music as you wander through its cobblestone streets, admire its Baroque architecture, and indulge in its delicious pastries. And speaking of pastries, you can't visit Salzburg without trying a Mozartkugel, a delicious chocolate ball filled with marzipan and nougat. During the winter months, Salzburg is especially magical, with Christmas markets, ice skating rinks, and a festive atmosphere that will make you want to break out in song. And while you're in Salzburg, make sure you visit some of its iconic landmarks, like Hohensalzburg Fortress, Mozart's birthplace, and Mirabell Gardens. Don't forget, at the end of the video, I'm sharing my secret tips for planning a romantic winter getaway. Bonjour, mes amis. We're heading back to Canada, but this time, we're trading in the Rocky Mountains for the cobblestone streets of Quebec City, a city that's like a little slice of Europe in North America. Quebec City is known for its charming old town, its French-Canadian culture, and its bone-chilling winters. But don't worry, the cold weather doesn't stop the fun from happening here. In fact, Quebec City embraces winter with open arms, especially during its annual Winter Carnival, one of the largest winter festivals in the world. During the carnival, the city comes alive with parades, ice sculptures, snow slides, and even a giant ice castle. And if you're brave enough to venture outside the carnival grounds, you can explore Quebec City's historic streets, browse its unique shops, and warm up with a cup of hot chocolate or a glass of caribou. Stay tuned, because later in the video, I'm going to reveal my secret tips for speaking French like a local in Quebec City. Last but not least, we're ending our winter adventure in Lapland, Finland, the land of Santa Claus, reindeer, and igloos. Lapland is a magical place that's straight out of a children's book. Here you can meet Santa Claus in person, go dog sledding with huskies, stay overnight in an igloo, and maybe even catch a glimpse of the northern lights. And if you're lucky, you might even spot a reindeer or two. Lapland is the perfect destination for families, couples, or anyone who's ever dreamed of experiencing a true winter wonderland. Just imagine yourself snuggled up in a cozy cabin sipping on hot chocolate and watching the snow fall outside. And while you're in Lapland, make sure you try some of the local delicacies like reindeer stew, salmon soup, and cloudberries. Don't forget, at the end of this video, I'm sharing my secret tips for planning the ultimate Lapland adventure. Well, there you have it, folks. My top 10 winter destinations that will make you want to trade in your flip-flops for snow boots. From the slopes of Aspen to the magic of Lapland, these places will leave you breathless. Thanks for joining me on this virtual journey. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button harder than a snowball fight and subscribe to InformedTouristA.I. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on my next adventure.